It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Roy Jensen, Director of the Cancer Center. 3 years ago, when I met Roy, the first time I heard him speak, I asked him about his work, and he told me in a completely straightforward way that he was born to do this. And another time I heard him speak, and he said, I'm going to do this, and I will not be denied or deterred. So now I listen to Roy. Roy?
Thanks. Well, good afternoon, and I want to thank all of you for being here today. And I didn't quite catch the name of that guy that Bob was talking about, but in the best interest of the university, I think I need to resign, and we need to hire that guy as Cancer Center Director. Today's the day that many of us have been waiting for a long time, and in some cases, that wait has lasted 38 years. Because it was 1974 when the university first applied for designation as a cancer center. And we were not successful in that endeavor, and it's been a long struggle. And in many ways, if there's ever a topic that needs to have a book written about it, it would be quite a book, and it speaks volumes to the people who stuck it out during that time and grew great nationally recognized programs like Carol Fabian, Bill Jewell, and many others, and also to the perseverance of our hospital staff and leadership who turned this institution around, to Barbara, whose arrival here really accelerated that turnaround. And we began to become the academic medical center and the cancer center that we always had the potential to be. And I want to thank Barbara and Chancellor Hemingway for making all of that happen, because if it wasn't for them, it just wouldn't have. So in preparation for today's event, I started thinking about all of the folks that really impacted this effort, and not just worked on it, but who, when I think back, their contribution was absolutely essential to making this happen. And if you subtract any of these people, I think there's a very good chance that this would have been a very intimate event today. And many of them have already been talked about. Certainly Barbara, the Chancellor, the Kansas Masons, who probably believed in us before we may have been worth believing in. But they told us that we could do it, and we set our mind to it. We have had incredible support from state government throughout this entire endeavor. And one of the things that I'm most proud of is the fact that that support crosses state lines or party lines. And I think that's a recognition of the fact that cancer doesn't discriminate. And we've had the executive branch, the legislative branch, and it's been incredibly gratifying to work, and the federal delegation as well. They've all been pulling and pushing and prodding and helping us along the way, and it's made a huge difference. I think the vision to create the Kansas Bioscience Authority wouldn't have happened. I mean, without the KBA, this would not have happened. And Tom Thornton and subsequently David Veronikar and Brad Kemp, who specifically shepherded all of the Cancer Center proposals through, and the support of the board, of the KBA board that we had, was absolutely phenomenal. Again, without that organization, without the support of those folks, we would not have had a chance. We had incredible outpouring of support from our civic community, from our philanthropic sources, and KU Endowment was an incredible partner throughout this effort. Some of you may have noticed, but we just went through the biggest recession, in the last 70 years. And they didn't skip a beat. They didn't, when we asked them, to raise a certain amount of money, they didn't bat an eye. They just said, okay, we'll get it done. And they did. And without those funds, I know my charm and good looks goes a really long way, but a paycheck is helpful. So, we could not have recruited the quality of the people that we brought on board. We could not have retained our quality people that were already here. And I'd like to take just a little bit of time to have our leadership council stand up and be recognized for the incredible job that they did. So please stand up. That was actually one of the funnest things about this whole thing, is bringing all of these folks on board, becoming a team, and working with some of the finest scientists and best friends that I've ever had in my professional career. Certainly a key development on our progression was the idea of the Midwest Cancer Alliance, and all of our partners in that endeavor, and most specifically the Stowers Institute. The original vision by Jim and Virginia Stowers, I think, is what woke this community to the possibility of what biomedical research conducted at a very high level could mean. Not only for our civic pride and prestige, but for economic development opportunities. And that was a critical development for us that really made a lot of things happen. Certainly, I also want to thank the faculty and staff of the entire medical center, KU Hospital, and obviously the University of Kansas Cancer Center. One of the most gratifying parts of my job is to listen to patients like Bill come back and tell me what a fantastic experience they've had, how wonderful our physicians, our nurses, administrative staff, and how caring and concerned they are about their welfare. And that's absolutely one of the best parts of this job. I also want to thank my family, and they asked not to be thanked, but that's okay. I took them from a self-described idyllic life in Nashville, Tennessee, from a house that had just been completely remodeled, and from schools that they loved and friends that they loved, and told them that we were moving back to Kansas City. And, you know, that was a big sacrifice. And they supported me in that effort. So I'm extremely proud of what this designation means and what it will mean for the people of Kansas and Western Missouri and really the entire Midwest. As you can tell from Bill and all of our other patients, frankly, they deserve this level of care. There are now just 67 cancer centers scattered across the nation that are NCI designated, and we are now part of this elite group. But this is really only the beginning. NCI designation will allow the Cancer Center to continue to recruit top researchers, apply for additional federal funding, build outstanding nationally recognized programs, and open clinical trials only available at NCI designated centers. We'll be able to expand the benefits of designation to our close partners in the Midwest Cancer Alliance and provide even better care to our patients. I can hardly begin to express my gratitude towards the people of Kansas City and really throughout this entire region for all that they have done to make this goal of NCI designation a reality. And together, I promise you that we will, this is not a destination. This is merely a water break and a little rest stop for building an incredible, internationally recognized Center of Excellence for Cancer Research and Clinical Care. So without a doubt, this is the proudest moment of my professional career, and all university, hospital staff, faculty, donors, legislators, and our civic community. We are all deeply humbled by your phenomenal outpouring of support toward this effort, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Rock Chalk. Thank you.